going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch-along, vibe-along, as I call it, people. Athletic Bilbao against Manchester United, Europa League semi-final. I would say something about the Europa League, but I don't want to say anything disrespectful, considering Tuesday night didn't go the way we wanted it to go, you know? Let's hope this is a good game, man. Last night I didn't do a watch-along for Inter Barcelona, and it ended up being a 3-3 cracker. Obviously, I was on AFTV. It went past 8 o'clock. Maybe I should have just started the watch-along late and done it, but I decided not to do it because it ran over and it was an absolute belt. That boy, Lamine Yamal, you are genuinely the savior of football. I'm not joking. I don't think there is a better player in world football to watch than him at the moment. He is what football is supposed to be. Not a coach telling him how to play. Just let him play. You're chilling big time on that thumbnail. It's a vibe along, people. We're chilling tonight. We are chilling. Yamal, best player in the world, out of this world. In fact, he's unbelievable. Arsenal v United Super Cup. I hope so, my friend. I would take that all day long. If it means we win the Champions League, then yeah. But that boy Yamal is incredible. Listen, big up to everyone locked in. Hope you are well. I'm quite looking forward to this game. I hope it's decent. Oh, he sent DeMarco to Italy, definitely. Honestly. Obviously, we've got a couple other games tonight as well. Forest are playing Brentford in the league. Big game for them, if they can get top 4. In fact, that game kicked off at 7:45, so that's underway. In fact, no, it kicked off at 7:30, so they're underway. And obviously, Tottenham against Bodo Glimt is on the other channel. You know what? We are a little bit unlucky sometimes, man. Like, all the years we was in the Europa League, we play against Chelsea in a final with prime Eden Hazard. We play against Atletico Madrid in a semi-final with prime Griezmann and Diego Costa. The time when we played Villarreal, we should have beaten them, but obviously Emery was the specialist in this competition. It's just crazy that we leave the Europa League, which was obviously great, and then all of a sudden Champions League teams don't drop down, and you're playing teams like Bodo Glimt in the semi-final. Jeez. But yeah, I am looking forward to this game. Of course, from an Arsenal point of view, people, close eyes on this man, Nico Williams, Arsenal's #1 left-wing target this summer. As I said, I think I've only watched him 3 times for Bilbao in terms of 90 minutes, right? I'll be honest. Few times I've made a conscious effort to watch Bilbao, to watch him. Other times, I'm just doing up YouTube highlights. Obviously, we've seen him play a number of times for Spain in the Euros, but I always think you need to see him in their club environment. And what I have seen of him in a Bilbao shirt, he's very inconsistent. He seems to be one of these players. When he's good, he's unplayable. When he's bad, he's really not that good. Yeah. Listen, he's lightning quick. He scores some good goals, but I don't know. I think when you look at him, it's more his potential than what he is right now. I think people are looking at him and going, if you can coach him at 22 years of age with that pace and turn him into a real goal scorer, maybe he becomes a superstar. I'm looking at a player like somebody like Sadio Mane when he was at Southampton. Very quick, little bit inconsistent. When he was good, he was unplayable. When he was bad, you thought, he's not that good. And kind of Klopp sort of polished Sadio Mane. Now, I'm not saying that Nico Williams is on Sadio Mane's level, but there's a lot of these players where they're very quick wingers. They're dangerous. Every now and then they're really good, but they're very inconsistent. Mudryk, very quick. End product's not really there. You think about Alan St. Maximum. You think about Doku. You know, there's a lot of players where you think great pace, should be doing more, but don't really do it. So yeah, but 51 million release clause is, in this day and age, is small money. Let's be honest, people. So It'll be interesting to see how good he is. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Appreciate your support. Glamrock, big up Curtis from the US. Like and sub. Yeah, we're almost at 93k. Make sure you subscribe. Chris said, Curtis, I'd rather have Martinelli than Garnacho. I agree with that. I'm not a big fan of Garnacho. Although Martinelli, I'll be honest. I'll be totally honest. I've defended Martinelli at times. At times, obviously, I've called him, said he's from the Amazon rainforest. The other night, his performance against PSG, I feel like it was almost the tipping point for me with Martinelli. Some people will look at that performance think, it wasn't that bad. Why are you reacting like that? I just feel like he's getting away with not improving. People have to understand Martinelli's had 2 poor seasons. Do you know what I mean? This ain't like a bad season. 2 bad years now. I don't know how much longer you can persist with him because he pops up with a goal every 3 or 4 weeks. And Martinelli, I thought, had great potential. Maybe the manager's to blame. Maybe he's to blame. But my patience with Martinelli is running out. Honestly, I feel like now, next season, Martinelli needs to be a squad player. At the most. Probably get rid of Trossard and put Martinelli on the bench. So we'll see how Nico Williams gets on. Let's see what all the hype is about. Against Rangers, he wasn't great, but this will be an interesting one. He's up against Mazraoui at right wing back, who is decent, but his pace should cause problems. Martinelli is like Xhaka, a one-season wonder. Well, at least Xhaka went to Leverkusen and had another really good season and then won the title. Carl said Martinelli was playing 4th division in Brazil for a reason. I think at times you can see it as well, that he's a very sort of undeveloped footballer. He's probably a brilliant athlete, but not a great technical footballer, HR, yesterday's result give you hope. Kieran Tierney is left back, MLS in midfield. Do you know what it is, HR? All right. There's a lot of suggestions. Move Lewis Skelly into midfield. Drop Odegaard and play Ethan Nwaneri. We can make all the suggestions we want. It's down to what the manager does. Do you really think Mikel Arteta is going to play Kieran Tierney against PSG? He's not going to, in my opinion. Oh, listen, we could be shocked. Is he going to drop Odegaard for Nwaneri? I don't think he will. So I think at best we get Marino up front. We get Rice back in the box-to-box role. Partey in the 6. Odegaard will start. I can't see him dropping him. And Lewis Skelly will be at left back. Did yesterday give me hope? Not really, Do you know why? Because I think if you're being honest, Arsenal have got the weakest attack out of the 4 teams left in the Champions League. Inter Milan score a lot of goals. Barcelona's attack is probably the best in Europe at the moment, especially when Lewandowski's playing. And I think PSG's attack is better than ours. So, listen, we need to... I suppose where it gave me a little bit of hope is Inter Milan have gone to Barcelona. Many are saying they're the best team in Europe, and they've scored 3 goals. And Inter are quite a defensive team at times. So, but... Anyway, James said, bro, you see PR, Charles Watt, Tom Canton and Harry is cooking to cover Odegaard. These man getting wined and dying by the... Listen, I haven't seen what they've said, so I can't comment. Listen, I think sometimes, without me being critical, sometimes there's people who are on YouTube, but they're journalists as well. And there's people who are on YouTube who are just football fans. They're not journalists. They're not working for companies. When these guys are working for companies, they're compromised. They're compromised because of their job. I don't ever want to be a journalist. I don't want to work for any media outlet where I have to compromise my opinion. That's not why I set up a YouTube channel. I never wanted to be a journalist. I don't want to be considered a journalist. I don't think I'm anything like a journalist. So sometimes I think these guys, the opinions are not really what they think because they're thinking, well, I got to be in the press conference on Friday with Mikel and it's all cozy in there. When I go in the press conference, there's people turning round and, ooh, what's he doing in here? And Oh, he said, do you know what I mean? It's like that. But like I said, I can only get in a press conference on tour because Arsenal are not in control of who is in the press conference when you're on tour. So you'll see me in the press conference on tour the rest of the season. I won't get anywhere near it. So, you know, it is what it is. Each to their own, man. Each to their own, of course. Akara Nico Williams is a scrub, I'm convinced. Let's see how he plays tonight. Big up to you, Akara. George Guna need to drop Odegaard. It's literally our last chance of achieving anything. Waneri wouldn't do any worse than him. Odegaard has been atrocious. And I think sometimes you've got to put these young players into no fear situations. I said this to Cecil last night on the AFTV show. How do you find Wayne Rooney if you're not willing to play a 16-year-old? How do you find Michael Owen if you're not willing to play a 17-year-old in Liverpool's team and then England's team? How do you find Marcus Rashford if you're not willing to play him? Fabregas was 16 playing for Arsenal. Odegaard's playing that bad. There is nothing that Waneri can do that makes his performance worse than Odegaard. Nothing at all. He's going to work his socks off. He's going to run at people. He's going to try and make something happen. Play him. Play him next week. Lamine right now is probably the most entertaining, enjoyable footballer to watch. Lamine's performance last night is the best attacking performance I have seen all season. The only one that comes close to that is probably, I thought Mbappe against Man City was outstanding, the hat-trick. But that performance yesterday, honestly, you will not see a better performance than that anywhere in world football. In a game of that magnitude, a 17-year-old, that is on another level than anything you will see, in my opinion. They're doubling up. He's just like, yep, you're gone, bend it in, posting in. I'm like, nah, the guy's a joke. The guy is a joke. He plays a bit like Mahrez. He kind of floats past people. You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. He is a phenomenal footballer. Absolutely phenomenal. I need to make sure when that the new camp opens, I am going to make sure that I go and watch Barcelona play. I need to watch that guy play live. I have to watch him live. I'm kind of planning on things, actually. I'm thinking about going to that Club World Cup. I go America a lot on holiday, so maybe we can tie it in with a holiday as well. But yeah, listen, that's a player that I want to watch play. How much you reckon he's worth? I don't think he's a price. I know they say everyone's got a price. I think he's the most expensive player in the world because he's 17. There's no bet. You look at the right wing market right now. You're looking at Salah, Saka, Rodrigo, and him. He would cost more than any player on the planet right now. He's that good. He's genuinely phenomenal. Brian said Martinelli is limited. Look at the panic that Kvara caused us as soon as he got the ball. When have you felt like that watching Martinelli? Martinelli can't dribble. Like, no disrespect, Martinelli. If you watch Martinelli with the ball, he runs with the ball. He's a knock and run winger, old school winger. Quick. If he's got space, he's going to cause you a problem. In terms of dribbling, nah, he can't dribble. When have you seen Martinelli dribble past 2 or 3 players, close ball control, change of direction? He's a straight line winger, you know? Kvara was twisting and turning against Timber. I haven't seen anybody do that to Timber. Nobody at all. Timber was on the ropes. He can't dribble. Nelly against Trent, honestly, straight line. Go and watch what he's doing. He's knocking it past Trent and just running him. Or they're playing a through ball and he's running onto it. There's no close ball control, change of direction, angled runs. It's just sprint. Run for your life. You know what I mean? Hey, Lakers got cooked, man. Anthony Edwards, man, dealt with the Lakers. Luka and LeBron out. George Guna said needs to be dropped, otherwise fans will turn on him even more. It's for his good. Yeah? Sometimes you got to take players out of them situations, man. Listen, big up to everyone locked in. Marcel, have you recovered? Nah. I haven't recovered, people. I don't think any Arsenal fans recovered. It's actually painful that I've got to do a watch-along for Arsenal-Bournemouth on Saturday. Who really wants to watch that? Oh, my God. Is that Bilbao Stadium? Wow. I've never seen the outside of it. Honestly, man. I genuinely feel like I need to go on tour. Like, I want to see these stadiums. LeBron and Luca are out. Gobert was on fire. Bro, he's moving like Shaq. Right, I haven't even discussed this game one bit. They're about to kick off. Man United to get us underway. I can't wait to see how Nico Williams plays in this game. We're underway, people. We are underway. Let me just go through teams. Aga Razabala. I've probably butchered that name. I can't believe Unai Simon is not playing. Big up Karos, man. Oh, yeah, the final's there. Wow. So, yeah, if they make the final, it's a big advantage for them. DeMarcos, Yuri, Vivian, Alvarez, Jory Giza, Inigo, Berenguer. I'm probably butchering these names. Inaki Williams, Nico Williams, and Sanadi. I'm not even going to get into the bench, but yeah, you saw the new Celtics might trade for Giannis. If he goes to the Celtics, I will not watch NBA for at least a season because what's the point, right? What is the point? It's over before it begins if he goes there. Cruz will be happy as a Boston Celtics fan. Yeah, so Lay, apologies. You're in Spain. My Basque is not the strongest, as you can probably tell by the way I'm announcing these names. But forgive me, my friend. Hope you're well. Velodrome is a sight. Bro, genuinely, I want to go and watch some games. Like, I want to go and watch some games. DJ said my Nick should have got him instead of Bridges. Yeah, Bridges was an interesting one. But the Knicks, I think, need one more, like, star player to be championship winners, you know. The Knicks have got the Celtics. I think they're out. I think Celtics will beat them. Sanchez, yeah, he's injured. So I wanted to see him. Here's Nico Williams. Step overs. Clips it to the back post. Dorgu puts out for a corner. Nico Williams crossing to the back post looking for his brother Inaki Williams. Hope Yamal doesn't end up like Ansu Fati. That's a good point. He was day 200 waiting for Curtis to unblock round. Bro, I'm so sorry. I will get it sorted. United's team, Onana, Yoro, Maguire, Lindelof, Dorgu, Mazraoui, Casemiro, Ugarte, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, and Højlund. Nico Williams takes the set piece. He's taking corners. Onana collects it. This is the Nico Williams trial. What I want to see is how good he is in tight spaces. He did all right there. Dropped the step over, shifted him, and crossed it in. Jesse said, Rockets are coming back. Golden State got to move out of the way. I saw that it's 3-2 now. I feel like the playoffs will heat up now, you know, we got some bigger matchups now, so it will start to liven up. Big up, Nicholas. Thank you for the super sticker, bro. Sam said, big up C scouting session for Nico Williams today. First time watching him play a club game. It'll be a good insight. He started off quite well. That's 1 out of 1. I give that a tick. Close space, shifted the defender, crossed it in. Tottenham winning already. Oh, God. They're going to make the Europa League final, honestly. If they win the Europa League and we don't win the Champions League, I will be taking an extended break. Let me tell you, people. Real talk. If they win that Europa League, for the sake of football, please not them. We would be a laughing stock. We had about 5 years in the Europa League. We didn't win it. Here's Højlund. They've got a great chance. That's the scary thing. Oh, imagine if it's Tottenham United final. Oh, my days. The worrying thing right now as an Arsenal fan, people, is Chelsea probably win the Conference League. There's a high possibility that an English club wins the Europa League, whether it's Tottenham or Man United. Man City probably going to win the FA Cup unless Mateta and them do a madness. And Liverpool have won the title. I mean, we could be very lonely this summer if all these English clubs have won trophies. Oh, what a flick United could be in. Poor pass. Still could be in. 1-0 to Manchester United, and it's Garnacho. He was challenged the first time. The rebound goes back to him. Oh, he's offside. Wow. Wow, the flag is up. He looked on to me. It wasn't even the best of all. What a flick by Bruno. Bang. He's just offside. He is. The pass wasn't even that good. Garnacho, yep, he's offside. Half a yard off. We got away with that, guys. Honestly, if United win the away leg and United beat Bodo, this could be... Oh, no. Honestly, I'll be on an extended holiday, people. I will be on an extended holiday. Trust me, I can't deal with all this. They're doing a VAR check, though, but he does look offside. He does look off. Brennan Johnson scored. Oh, dear. I used to see him out in Nottingham when he was at Forest. Oh, that pass by Ugarte is terrible. Honestly, he should have played... That ball should have been like 2 or 3 yards in front of him. It is offside, people. It's been confirmed. Offside. Big up, Clement. Hope you're well, bro. Thought he said book the holiday, bro. I'm telling you. Well, I told man about... I know... listen, I'm not trying to do I told you so. Because I'm not one of them guys. But remember about 7-8 weeks ago, we had that conversation. Bruno or Odegaard. I said, Odegaard can't chat to Bruno. The thing that you can never criticize Bruno of, he never hides. He will get on the ball. He will try and play crazy long passes. He'll do little flicks. He'll shoot from 30 yards out. I would have that every single day of the week over a guy that plays hide and seek in a Champions League semi-final. Do you know what I mean? Like, the guy never hides. Bruno's a quality player. Look at his numbers that he produces in a United team that struggled. Imagine if Bruno was playing for like Real Madrid or someone, the numbers that he'd be getting. And listen, he is a bit of a cheat. He's a player that fans don't like when he's not on your team. But if he was on your team, you appreciate him. But yeah, Odegaard's just... Anyway, MJ, big up to you, man. Bilbao are catching licks today. Oh, good save. Let me just... I need to turn this up a little bit. Caught on the ball there, Ugarte. Left foot shot. That's a decent save. He should save it though. Ugarte there, too slow on the ball. They're pressing. Have you seen Robbie saying Odegaard doesn't hide? he more than hides. He actually disappears, we could say. Guna Train said, Big C, I'm typing comments from up in the air. Qatar Airways, you ain't reading any of my comments. Community needs to know my dedication. Big up yourself. Up in the sky. Oh, headed wide by Bilbao. Big up Guna Train, man. Safe flight. You know you're on a good plane when, you know, you're on the internet in the sky. It's always a good thing. Leahy says, C, would you take Garnacho on that left? Nah, not for me, bro. Not for me. I just don't... I'm not convinced by him. I'm just not. When we go for this left winger, it needs to be a proper upgrade. Like, you know when it's time to get your phone upgraded? I want to see a significant improvement in that camera. I want the megapixels to be higher. I want the zoom to be even better. I want the internet to be faster. Garnacho for Martinelli is like... Is that really an upgrade? I feel like you're giving me the same phone back, but just a different version of it. Nah, not for... I wouldn't want Garnacho anywhere near Arsenal Football Club. Need at least 88 rated left winger. You know what I mean? I need somebody with like world-class potential. Look at Bruno, man. Just look at that ball alone. Gets out wide to Garnacho. And he loses it. Honestly, bro, Bruno's done more in 8 minutes than Odegaard did in 89 minutes he played against PSG. Just look at that one ball by itself. No, you remember back in the day when, I don't know about everybody, but back in the day we all had the phone case here, like on the 3210s and all that. So you'd get your phone, you'd put your phone case on it, and then you'd compose your ringtone. You're just giving me the same phone with a case on it and telling me it's something different. I don't want Garnacho. The only thing I like with Garnacho is he's got a lot of intensity in his game. Like he's non-stop. You know what I mean? He never stops running. He's a pest. He's probably not that easy to play against just because of his intensity levels. But I don't know if the end product's good enough. Crossed by Nico Williams and the goalkeeper collects it. Listen, big up to everyone locked in, man. Over 1,000 of you tuned in already. And if you haven't subscribed, do me a favor. We are 95 away from 93K. So let's get there sooner rather than later. Nico Williams, watch for real, man. 8210. Oh, that was a small one. I never had that one, you know. I always liked that phone. That phone was expensive when I was younger, man. That was an expensive phone. I never had that one. Here's Dorgu. Still not convinced by this Dorgu. Here's Nico Williams. Chest it down. Look at the state of that touch. Bro, is he wearing Timberland boots? They win it back. Bilbao on the attack. Left-hand side. I'm looking at every detail of Nico Williams' game. I'm telling you now. I don't want to see no heavy touch like that. Ball whipped in. Flicked on. Should be 1-0. What a miss that is by Nico Williams. Great ball in. 6 yards out. Heads it over the crossbar. Should be a goal. What was my first phone? My first phone was a Motorola. I can't remember the exact name of it. I think it was it had a big OK button on it. That's not really going to help. It had an aerial on it. I'm sure it was a C520. Oh, it is showing up C520. Oh, it's actually the phone. It's £44 on eBay. I might buy it just to roll back the years. Motorola C520. This was my first phone. Let me get this up on the screen. Had an aerial on it. That's how you know we were struggling. C520. Let me show it on the screen. This was my first phone. This one in the middle. Aerial. Look at this. Imagine rolling up with this. It's a proper Del Boy phone. That was my first phone. Or is it D520? Something like that. Yeah, that was my first phone. I was on 1-to-1, I think it was, which ended up being T-Mobile. Proper phone. It was crazy. I remember I had the phone, and half the time I never had no credit. I never had no credit on it half the time. What was your first phone? 3310. That's a good way to come in the game, man. 3310 was proper. Alcatel. Them old school phones. I got it for £10 here on eBay. 7030. Nokias were elite, weren't they? You had to have a Nokia, really. Nokias was in them days you had a Nokia, you had the best phone. Because you could play snakes on your phone. If you had snakes on your phone, you were good to go. I used to play that game for ages. That was an elite phone. Ericsson kind of came in because Ericsson, you could I think you could play music on them and that. So they sort of came in with a little, you could plug your headphones in and listen to music. So that was kind of their angle. Apparently Chelsea are winning. Real Betis are winning against Fiorentina. So maybe we'll get a Real Betis Chelsea final. Are Chelsea winning? Still showing up as 0-0 on mine, but no, maybe they're not winning, but Betis are winning. I don't know if Chelsea are. Nokia's the real OG. Let me take that off the screen anyway. Let's concentrate on football. Yeah, Nokia. Nothing beats playing snakes on the Nokia. And then when you could compose your own ringtone, it was game over. Brentford beating Forest. Who scored? Kevin Shard. That's a hammer blow for Forest, man. They need to be winning that. Have Chelsea scored? It ain't showing up on mine. Yeah, they have. It is now. Is it Cole Palmer? He hasn't scored for like 14 games. Who scored for Chelsea, people? Bilbao's best player is not playing. Sanchez. I wanted to see him as well because we're being linked. Oh, good tackle, Harry Maguire. I thought he was going to get twisted there. And he's won a free kick as well. Sancho bagged, yeah? Man like Sanch. Enzo Fernandez assist, Sancho goal. Mine was the Baby Ericsson, then a Motorola. First phone is the middle one, later upgraded to a R220 Samsung. I think, for me, the primes of phone. Obviously, I respect the phone I started with. That Motorola was legendary. Then it was Nokia, if you had a good Nokia. And then it was BlackBerry. The BlackBerry days, I just don't think there was a more fun phone than BlackBerry. The BB pin era. Pinging someone's phone. I don't know if there's been a higher peak of phones than the BlackBerry days. Like, what? I don't know. Is there an argument in the chat? Real talk. The BlackBerry days were just, it was the pinnacle. It was the absolute pinnacle of mobile phones. BBM Messenger, and you had your little groups. You know what I mean? Your groups. I can't believe them phones just came out. I heard that. Can I get your pin? Yo, do you know what I'm saying? Because it want the phone number, it was easier, wasn't it? But I'm sure iPhone or Apple, I'm sure Apple bought BBM Messenger off them. They obviously just closed down the competition. They thought these lot are too strong. Big up Nicholas with a super sticker, bro. They just shut down the competition. It was smart business, really. You know what I mean? Bring back buttons. You know what? It's funny. When I remember having a BlackBerry and a lot of people had iPhone. And I always used to say, I don't ever want to have a touchscreen phone. You know? I liked having the buttons on the phone. And now every phone basically is touchscreen, right? But yeah, I don't know how they just got rid of them. Nokia tried copying BlackBerry was levels. Yeah, man, BlackBerry days were just unbelievable. Unreal. Man United are definitely in this game, by the way. I think they can score. You know the stream is quality when you're talking about phones that don't. Bro, you know what I'm saying? This is why it's called a vibe along. I'm chilled. You know, people see me doing Arsenal streams. They probably think I'm a madman. I'm such a calm guy. I'm a chill guy. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just a chill guy, people. But Arsenal, do you know what I mean? You turn into a madman watching Arsenal. BlackBerry, Bold, Curve, and Storm. Oh, my days. What? Someone's got to bring them back. Someone's got to bring back BlackBerry phones. They're not even showing up. Oh, yeah, there is one on... Oh! Nico Williams. Oh, he picks the wrong pass. I'm looking at everything, you know. Exciting, but is the end product there? I think he dribbles better than Martinelli, but it's just... I'm cherry picking everything the guy does there. Oh, the rights were sold. It's finished then, yeah. I think Apple bought it and just probably put them out of business. Yeah, I'll be totally honest. Ish, you are spot on there. The thing I'm looking at with Nico Williams straight away is you can't get £300,000 a week. There's no way on earth he can be the highest paid player. However, I say that the highest paid player right now is Kai Havertz. Should he be the highest paid player? Nowhere near. Saka will get the 300 grand anyway. He'll be the one. He wanted 400. If he wants 400, mate, you put the phone down on him and block him, and go and buy Rodrigo or Lookman or someone else. TV1, if Spurs win this and we win nothing, I'm doing a Fitz. Bro, I might do a Fitz myself. You know what I mean? Every screen's just a blank screen, and that's every stream. I don't turn up for 6 months. Here's Inaki Williams, right-hand side. Keeps it in at the back post. Chance. Oh, cleared off the line. Should have scored. I suppose I have to give some credit for the clearance. Cross was blocked, fell to the edge, volleyed and cleared off the line. 100 Daishis versus 1 Gorilla. Listen, mate, Wasim, I tell you this. You don't even need 100 Daishis, mate. I'll do him by myself. I'll bite his face off, mate. I'll bite his face off. We eat bricks, we eat wood, we eat concrete. And we batter gorillas just for training. We batter them. It's crazy. Everywhere you turn right now, it's like, yo, 1 gorilla or 100 people. Everywhere you turn, people. That's the conversation. Like, big grown people are like, yo, what are you saying? 1 gorilla or 100 people? It's like, bro, what are we doing here? We've been saying, yeah, internet era, right? That's where we're at, isn't it? Like I said, we probably need 10,000 Odegaards, that's for sure. That is for sure. Big up to everyone locked in, 19 minutes in. Who came up with this nonsense? The internet's wild nowadays, isn't it? The internet can just set trends. Somebody starts it, it gets enough of a following, and then everyone starts doing it. Remember when everyone was planking back in the day? People just planking on top of their house. It's like, what are you doing? Then you got like the ice bucket challenge. Just think, the internet's a powerful thing, man. You might need 10,000 Odegaards just for a baby gorilla. And even then, I wouldn't fancy his chances. Dabbing, planking, you know what I mean? All of that. Happy slap, mate. Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? I don't know how people were getting away with that. They'll lock you up for that nowadays. The gorilla debate is prime Twitter before Elon ruined it. Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I don't like to say this, but I think United are going to win the Europa League. I just think they've got this thing in them that when they get close to winning a trophy, they find a way, which is what infuriates me with Arsenal, because we can be 10 times better than Man United and we don't seem to have that ability to get over the finish line. This is a poor Man United team, and this could be their third trophy in 3 seasons, which is annoying. Yeah, mannequin challenge as well. There was all sorts going on. All sorts going off. They have the minerals. It's ingrained in the club. And this is what I say, right? It's what I don't understand with Arsenal. We have been, like, growing up, Arsenal were a team that we win trophies a lot of the time. If we didn't win a trophy for one season, it was like, yo, what's going on? You didn't even win a trophy. No, don't worry, man. Next season, we're back. We got this, man. We'll go and sign a couple players. We're back. I expected Arsenal to win trophies every year back in the day. Now, we're just casually going 5 years. 5 years, half a decade, nothing. And people going, oh, but we're progressing. Give him more time. 5 years, no trophy. That should be an absolute crisis. That should be an absolute crisis. Do you know what I mean? When you're in 4 competitions. We haven't been to one final since winning the FA Cup in the first season. We're not even getting in finals and getting beat. We don't even... It's like we freeze when the pressure gets increased. It's crazy. And the tactics are not there. You saw it the other night. Arteta is supposed to be a tactician. You learnt from Pep. You were coached by Wenger. And when it comes to that crunch, you saw it against Villarreal with Emery. He didn't figure out how to get past that team, you know. And then he didn't have the tactics to change it. You saw the other day with PSG, no tactics. Didn't put Mourinho up front. Didn't take Trossard off. Didn't take Odegaard off. Didn't change anything. Just stood there and watched it happen. And it's like, come on, bro. You're supposed to be a top coach. That's what they all said about Arteta, is an elite coach. And he just kind of froze, you know, and when you do that, you end up getting knocked out. I look at that game the other night against PSG. I thought PSG were brilliant, but I think you're supposed to get out of that stadium with at least a draw. You've got to find a way of getting an equaliser. I know we were quite lucky because PSG missed chances, but you've got to grind out an equaliser and get a point. Well, not a point, sorry. It's not a league game, but you've got to get out of there with a draw. You're at home. You get a goal by any means, but we didn't. 5 dry years. That's good footwork by Garnacho. Wins a free kick right on the edge of the box. In the end, we were quite fortunate to get a 1-0 defeat, because it means we are still in the competition, even though it feels quite daunting at the moment. You know, if we can score first, we've got a chance. We've got to take heart from the fact that Liverpool won it. Joseph, 100% it's a crisis, but fans let this club off the hook. Is Marmoush a good player? Yeah, he is. How's Nico Williams going? It's kind of the way that every time I've watched him play for Bilbao, he has a couple good moments, but Bruno clips in this free kick high. It's cleared away. Didn't get enough power on it. They're forced back to the halfway line, and they're all the way back with an honour now. Big C, do you blame the ballot for the poor atmosphere? Remember, before ballots, the Emirates was called the library. Why do people blame fans outside the UK for coming to games? Yeah, no, listen, I think that's a stupid argument. I've said that. Listen, I will always defend international Arsenal fans, because the same thing that some people throw at international fans, I get it thrown at me. for not growing up in London. Look at that. Nah, Nico Williams. I'm telling you now. He's another one of them players that's going to make me get out of the chair and start walking off. How is he not playing that pass? I'm not sure about this guy, people. I'm not. I've watched him this is the 4th game I've watched him this season. He is going to frustrate you like mad if he signs for us. He's going to have days where he probably rips a fullback apart and you're going mad. Yo, he's so quick. But he is going to have games where you are going, what the hell have we signed this guy for? He just doesn't. There's something about him that I don't like in his game. It's like he doesn't look like a clever footballer. He's another great athlete. I think it's a very risky signing, I'm telling you now. Oh, Kvara was more than the one. You couldn't be more the one than what Kvara was. He's an elite dribbler. He's clever. He can shoot. He's everything that Arteta probably would want from a winger. And he works hard defensively. Sorry, I didn't really answer the question before. But yeah, the atmosphere and the ballot. No, the ballot shouldn't be blamed. As I was saying about international fans. Listen, I've had arguments with Arsenal fans saying, why do you support Arsenal? You're not born in London. I said, I didn't realise I had to be born near Highbury to support the club. Is that how the club survives, yeah? Only local fans? Do you not think they're a worldwide football club with a huge fan base worldwide? How do you think they are such a big football club? So all that international thing's nonsense. It doesn't matter if the stadium's full of local fans or worldwide fans. It's about... My biggest problem with Arsenal at the moment, right, is... I think your history as a club should be your foundation as a club that you can build on. Now, Man United this is the worst Man United team I've ever watched, right? Ever. But their foundations are getting them trophies every season. They're not winning trophies because they're a great team. They're winning trophies because those foundations hold them in good stead. So when they make semi-finals, it's Man United. It's Old Trafford. It's Cantona. It's George Best. It's David Beckham. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. They lean on those foundations and it kind of gets them through. I look at Arsenal and I think growing up, you was one of the best teams around. We had one of the greatest players I've ever watched in Thierry. You could argue Bergkamp as well. And I feel like we've gone away from our foundations. We don't look at it anymore and go, yo, we're one of the biggest clubs in the world. We have to win things. We go, give him time. Give him another year, another transfer window, blah, blah, blah. That kind of talk to me, that's Tottenham talk. I hear Tottenham fans talk like that. They need time. You know, they need time. They need to build. Young squad, blah, blah, blah. No. Our foundations we are Arsenal. We're one of the most successful clubs in this country. Huge fan base. The demand has to be higher. But as I said for a long time, Arsene Wenger, as much as I love that guy and I think he's the godfather of Arsenal, during that latter period, he started watering down all of our expectations. Look at no. I'm almost walking out the room now. I don't want this guy. He can't play a 10-yard pass. No. No. That's the Spanish Martinelli right there. We are watching the Spanish Martinelli with dreads. No. Since Alexis Sanchez, I've been waiting for that elite left winger. Yeah. I don't know if I can sit and watch this guy play left wing against these low blocks. Bro, he's just cut inside. Simple 10-yard pass edge of the box. He just completely misses the guy. Oh, no. No. Keep him away. 300, 400 grand a week. Keep him away. Keep him far away. Bad energy, stay far away. Make you stay far away. No, not for me. He'll probably score now I've said this, but no. Crazy. Anyway, as I was saying, the foundations, you're supposed to lean on them. Maguire, what a ball, Man United take the lead. Manchester United take the lead, and it's Casemiro, the former Real Madrid man, heads Manchester United in front. You know we're going to get an all-English final here, aren't we? Just, oh dear. You know we're going to get an all-English final. This is painful. This is absolutely painful. Am I in a different universe? I've just watched Harry Maguire twist up a left back, sorry. He's twisted him. Look what Maguire's done to him. I swear down, Maguire, look at him. Look at Maguire in their massive Puma boots. Look at him. Chopped the defender, sent him to the shop, chopped back on the right. I've never seen anything like it. Look at him. He puts a peach of a cross in. Ugarte flicks it on. Casemiro heads it in. Nah. Maguire just cooked that fullback. I can't believe what I'm watching. The fridge has defrosted. Oh, dear. Oh, listen, Arsenal fans, just make sure you make plans for this summer, because football-wise, this might be a naughty summer. I'm telling you now, English clubs are going to win trophies. If we don't come back against PSG, this summer's going to be naughty. Oh, that could be a penalty. United asking for a pen. VAR check. Was Højlund pulled back? Here's Bruno Fernandes. They're cooking him. VAR check for a penalty. Was Højlund pulled back? I swear down, if they're... My initial thought, it looked like a pen. It looked like he grabbed him. Let's have a look. Ball whipped in. Wow, I mean, I can't. Those camera angles don't exactly help. We can't see anything. Let's have a look. I think Garnacho handballed it first. It's hot. The replays they're showing us are terrible. It's too quick. I think they've given a corner. We're gonna get a Spurs United final. You're right. It's disgusting. I don't think they've given the pen. No, they're still checking. The camera angle's terrible. They're playing it too quick. I can't see whether he pulls his shirt or not. If he grabs his shirt, it's a penalty, but I can't see whether he does. Anyway, let's see if this is a pen. They're checking it for a long time. If this gets given, this could be game over. Spurs leading 1-0, didn't even realise yet. It's not looking good, people. Spurs winning 1-0 at home, United winning 1-0 away. United are going to win the whole thing. I'm telling you now. All right, let's have a look. Does he grab his shirt? Let's have a look now. I think it's a bit soft. I don't think he really grabs the shirt. Oh, the ref's been told to go to the screen. The screen is never a good sign because a lot of the time they give penalties when they go to the screen. I think... I'm looking... Let's have a look. The key is, does he pull his shirt? I think he's going to give that. I don't think he pulls his shirt, but then if I'm the striker, I'm asking the question to the ref. Why is he putting his arm on me like that? You've impeded me from getting the ball. He's going to give... I'm telling you now, he's going to give a penalty. I bet money on it, he's going to put a penalty on that. He's going to give a pen. He doesn't look like he grabs his shirt, but he pulls his shoulder back. He's on the wrong side of him. You know what? I'm going to be real, man. I think he's going to give a penalty. I think if you're the striker, you're saying, ref, that defender does not, he's on the wrong side. Why is he pulling my shoulder? I think he's going to give it. Here we go. He's going to do the square. Penalty given. Penalty to Manchester United. Wow. This is crazy. Listen, in the modern game, they're going to give that. Whether he grabs his shirt, whether it's soft, the defender is on the wrong side of him. Højlund's closer to the ball and the goal. He kind of just gives his shoulder a little, he don't grab the actual shirt. He just kind of pushes his shoulder. Is he giving him a red card as well? He can't have given him a red card. I didn't think he was allowed to do double. He's got a red card. He sent him off as well. I didn't think he was allowed to do that. This game's over. United are in the final. Bruno's going to score the penalty and then they're through. Wow. I didn't think you was allowed to do that. I did not think you was allowed to do that. Double jeopardy. It's not even a crazy challenge. Garnacho didn't handball it either. Wow, this is game over. You can't give a red card as well, man. Maybe you can give the penalty. You don't red card him as well. Wow. That is crazy. I genuinely didn't think you was allowed to do that anymore. Bruno scored this penalty. That is unbelievable. That is absolute. Spurs 2-0. You lot are absolute. I called this a vibe along. I was trying to relax. Trying to get over what happened to Arsenal. I don't feel more relaxed watching this. Tottenham Man United Europa League final. That is an absolute nightmare. Look at the state of this team, Bodo Glimt. Is it Maddison? Oh, he scuffed it in as well. Oh, God. Here we go. Bruno Fernandes. He'll do the hop, skip, and jump. Jonathan Edwards. Here we go. Scores. He's so good, man. Oh, this is not going the way. Wow. 2-0 to United and Bilbao down to 10 men. I could actually lock this off at half time. Real talk. What am I really continuing for? Bruno is class. Look how calm he's took that penalty, people. Bruno, honestly, doesn't get spoken about enough. That guy is a serious football player. You know what I like about him? Just takes responsibility all the time. United v Tottenham final. Wow. Thanks a lot, Mikel Arteta, mate. Thanks a lot. I genuinely feel like locking it off at half time. What am I really continuing for? Conrad, technique and IQ can still beat size and strength, even in modern football. PSG reminded us of this. Touch and vision, composure, still important. Yeah, they bopped us, and their midfield's not that big. Like, Fabian Ruiz got a bit of height, but they're just technicians. Wenger, fourth is a trophy, changed the Arsenal DNA. You know what? I got interrupted. Come on, Nico Williams, what have you got? You are rubbish, mate. You are rubbish. Nah, the man's just kicked the ball straight at... You're getting wrapped up by Harry Maguire. Nah, Nico Williams, mate. Honestly, I don't want him. I've seen enough already, man. Not interested. Just because he's quick. You 1v1 with Harry Maguire, bro. At least try and shift him. Just kick the ball at him. What kind of football is that? But yeah, I was talking about the foundations. Yeah, we've come away from that. Wenger was trying to downgrade our level of ambition. George says, bro, if we don't win the Champions League, but as first priority should be finding a new manager. Totally agree with that. Gotonelli wants 400k a week. Martinelli is better. Yeah, you don't give this guy 400k a week. Is Nico Williams? Oh, puts it wide. Maybe his brother's better. MJ, Saliba hype. Look at my centre back. Yo, you better relax, man. You man hated Harry Maguire. Now he's dribbling past people. It's crazy. Stephen Ireland's grandmother, Harry Beckenbauer, better than Nico Williams. Maguire's the best winger on the pitch today. What's going on? HR, I gave up. Arsenal will get knocked out. United, Tottenham. When I think about it, United, Tottenham, Europa League final. Suppose it's like asking if you want to get kicked or punched in the face. Like, really, United need to win it. Even though they'll be extremely loud on social media, I'd rather the Tottenham trophy drought just continues. It's a disgusting situation to be in. And I think Bilbao are cooked as well. That final, I might just go away for the weekend. Stay away from it. Now, we'll do a watch along. Vex says, AJ said, big up Big C if Man United win a cup, better season than Arsenal. That question is a mad question because when you break it down, their league season's been horrible. But this is what I always say to people. As a fan, do you look back on any season, especially if you're a top club, do you look back on any season where we didn't win a trophy and go, oh, what a season that was? I remember, and you guys will remember, let's just say Aubameyang chipping the Chelsea goalkeeper in the FA Cup final. Or Aaron Ramsey heading the ball in when Giroud crossed it in. I remember Arsenal winning trophies. I don't remember or even think about Arsenal finishing second. We finished second last year. I don't sit there and think, oh, what season last season was. I don't give a damn. If Man United win the Europa League and we finish second and we don't win the Champions League, they have had a better season than us, and that is facts. I don't care what anyone says. Even if they've stunk out the whole season in the league, if they are in a major final and they lift a trophy, you can keep your second place. Because no one ever gave you a trophy and said, lift that in the air for second place. So it's as simple as that. This team better find a way of beating PSG. I'm sick of patting this team on the back for losing. That's all we ever do. We get patted on the back. Oh, well done. Well done. You're an exciting young team. Give him time. I'm now getting to the point where I think other clubs are doing it on purpose. They hype up Arteta because they don't feel threatened by him. That's what I think they're doing. When you're threatened by a manager and you're a fan or you're a media pundit of another club, you don't hype him up. You either stay quiet or you downplay it. I've now got to the point they're all going, oh, you lot should keep Arteta. He's done a brilliant job. Okay, based on what? He's got you competing. Yeah, but Wenger had us competing and they were protesting, saying, get him out. And he's one of the biggest legends of the club. Yeah, but you were a mess when he took over. Really? 6 months earlier, we'd made the Europa League final and should have got top four if Emery didn't mess the team up against Palace when he played Jenkinson and El Neni. So were we a million miles away? Dorgu twisting and turning, drills it at the near post, goes, oh no, it doesn't go. I tell you, United can finish this whole thing off tonight. If they get a third goal, this is over. And their defence is wide open. Down to 10 men, Dorgu was offside there. Trust me, man, it's boring now. I'm bored of Arsenal. Real talk. 2-0 to Chelsea. Wow. Chelsea going to win the Conference League. We're going to have an all-English Europa League final. City beat Palace in the FA Cup final. Liverpool win the title. Arsenal, the only thing we win is a dog. And then we want to buy Nico Williams. Martinelli with dreads. Come on, do me a favour. If we end up with Sesko and Nico Williams, I'm rebranding this channel in the summer. I'll rebrand. Honestly, we do something totally different. I'll start reacting to hip-hop videos. Oh, and Newcastle won the Carabao Cup. Yeah, we change this completely. Oh, Bruno's one-on-one. See you later. There you go. 3-0, game over. Bruno Fernandes. Game, set, and match. I might lock this off. I'm genuinely being serious. I might lock this off and just enjoy my evening. 3-0, what's the point? Knicks play Pistons in a few hours. There you go. That's my evening. Bilbao are out. Man U are through. Bruno Fernandes. Even Madueke scored for Chelsea. I called him a B-Tech Whoopi Goldberg. Even Whoopi Goldberg scoring. 3-0 United. It's over. Semi-final done. No watch along for the second leg. No point. They're going to win this 4 or 5-0. What a little flick that is. Bruno, look at the finish. What a player. Bruno Fernandes. 7 goals in his last 7 games. Absolute baller. He's coming clutch. Kroenke's out, bro. I'm telling you now. Wow. This is brutal. Sister Act settings. Do we lock it off? I'm going to ask the question to the community. Do we lock this off? AJ, big up Big C if Man U win a cup. No, I read that one. Yeah, better season. Facts. Yanni Frotetta brings in Nico. I'm out. Hope Berta stops him. Also, before the PSG game, I brought the burgundy jacket. Now they effing around. What now? Have you took the tag off, Jan? That's the key question. Are the tags still attached? That's what we need to know, bro. But it's burgundy, you know what I mean? Burgundy makes all of us weak when it comes to Arsenal, bro. So maybe just keep it for the history, you know? Akara says we are cooked. It feels like that. You feel like a turkey the week before Christmas. And you're thinking, how come all these turkeys keep disappearing? You know what I mean? You feel like you're next. Nah, it's crazy. This is crazy. Lock off the footy C. Continue Arsenal therapy. MJ, no more space in Bruno FC. Stay on that side. HR, Arsenal fans should pray so that we win. Start today. Adebayo, City, Forest, Newcastle have won the same number of Premier League games. Wow. Jordan, Madison scoring in the semis. Oda Ghost on the beach. Bro, he's trick-or-treating. Halloween. Bring on Ahmad and Kobe. We want 6. This is bad. Will fans finally turn on Arteta if Spurs win it? They need to. If he beats PSG, let him off. Stay on. The bills need paying. You're not wrong. We'll stay. It's a vibe along, so I should be here vibing. I might turn over. Is Forest on? This is awful to watch. United are going to win 5 or 6-0. Refs ruin the game. Forest are losing 1-0. It's not looking good, people. Turned up here for a vibe to lift my spirits after watching Arsenal. United winning 3-0. Bilbao down to 10 men. Tottenham 2-0 up. Chelsea 2-0 up. Look at Bruno. Look at that ball. Ah, dear. Anyway. How painful will it be, says John, if Spurs get United in the final, they beat United and we go out of Europe. I don't even want to think about it, bro. Beresford, MJ, I'll be disappointed with only 6. Edge of the box, shot off the crossbar, Man United. Wow. Bilbao can't get out their own half. They're getting battered. I can't stop laughing with the Turkey reference. You know what I mean, bro? You're like, yo, what's going on here? Everyone's disappearing. It's all mad. HR Odegaard should learn from Bruno. Steps up in a big game. Ah, mate, he's too busy blowing snot out of his nose. Heritage watch along. You, man, wouldn't know about that. MJ's going to be just unbearable for the rest of this game. You know that, don't you? Half time. Jacob, what if United win Europa and get Gyökeres? Yeah, delete club. Can't be dealing with them. Half time whistle goes. Oh, damn, I chose the wrong night. I should have done Barcelona Inter. Ah. This is correct. Their fans are fuming. Oh. This is crazy. Anyway, we'll vibe. We'll vibe for the next 45 minutes. I'm going to put the Forest game on. Anyway, big up to everyone locked in, man. What time's the Knicks on? East Coast, so what, we looking 10 o'clock? What time's tip off? Oh no, it's midnight. 12:30. Pistons, Knicks. Yeah, get the likes up, people. Oh man. It's not what we planned. I mean, we came here. Yeah, let's watch Nico Williams stinking out the place. Playing like Martinelli with dreads. I don't want him. I've seen enough. Fourth game I've watched him for Bilbao this year. Honestly, I said it. That guy he's like a fake pair of Gucci loafers. They may say Gucci on them. They might look like Gucci, but they ain't Gucci. They're Uchi. That guy ain't no elite winger. He's a 100-meter sprinter. I don't want him. He can't even play 10-yard passes. Keep him away from Arsenal. And I love pacey players, but I don't want pacey players like that. Go and get Lookman. Go and get Rodrigo. Go and get a player that can actually dribble. You know what I mean? GD, Big C, you're rooting for United in the final. Rooting's too much. I can't. I'll be watching casually, but I would just rather they beat Nando's FC. Rooting is far too much. Arteta will for sure buy Neat. I don't want nothing to do with it. He doesn't even look like an Arteta type of player. An Arteta kind of winger, in my eyes, is one that's technically gifted, can dribble, works hard defensively, and can deal with low blocks. Nico Williams doesn't even tick many of those boxes. He's not great at dribbling. His end product's not great. He looks like he'll have a nightmare against low blocks. There's not a lot about him that makes me think that's what we need. Yeah, there's a whole heap of pace. And that's it. I've put the Forest game on. Ricky said, it makes me sick to think one of Spurs or United will be in the Champions League next season after us. In it, how disgusting is that, really? You know, the more I'm thinking about it, I'm getting more annoyed. Like, Tottenham and Man United, you know, them man are, like, not far off a relegation battle. They're lucky that the three bottom teams are all garbage who came up. And one of them's going to win a trophy and sit in the Champions League after that season. And we're going to probably sit here empty-handed. But that's the way out, you know, fair play. Thumbnail is fire. Big up, man. Big up Karos for making the thumbnail. Toro said, at least Perunelli is humble, grasps for the team. Rastanelli is arrogant and throws his hands around crying. And the guy wants 400k a week. Leave him there. Leave him there. I don't want Nico Williams. He's not that good. He's not that good. I've seen enough. He's average. He's just quick. Major Keys, I'm looking forward to playing Barca next year. Who would you want to play for? I I always, you know what, I always used to wonder why people put that at the end. As you just put that, I was thinking, why do I always see Man United fans put that? What? Glory, glory, Man United, right? That's what it means. Barca next year. The only thing, obviously, listen, I never want Tottenham to win anything. The thing it's not a win-win situation, because the problem with Man United is, because how big a club they are, them winning a Europa League and being in the Champions League, that speeds up their rebuild by 2 or 3 years. Because all of a sudden, instead of going, oh, Liam Delap, because you've got no money, you can go, actually, what do you know what Arsenal fans have to think? This is how it could get even worse for us. I've been saying the whole time, Gyökeres won't go to Man United because he'll want Champions League football. If his old manager has got Champions League football, they pay massive wages, and he can go and play for his old gaffer. All of a sudden, Gyökeres might be saying, I'll go to Man United, not Arsenal. And also, they can turn around and say, yo, brother, 3 trophies in 3 years and we ain't even been good. What are you going to Arsenal for? Listen, this could have a real big knock-on effect on Arsenal. I'm telling you. We could end up with Sesko if Man United win the Europa League. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to put people's mood down, but I'm looking at the knock-on effect. United want him, but the reality was he's going to come to Arsenal over United if they're not even in Europe. They win the Europa League. Anyway, you got to go and get... I always said this, 3 strikers, you got to get Isak, Gyökeres or Osimhen. If it ain't one of them 3, then you've got it all wrong. So, but yeah. MJ, Glock 9 at the theatre next season. Cunha, Ahmad, 2-step. I can't believe if they... Let me not even think about it. You guys know I've wanted Cunha for a while. And Gyökeres, let's not even think about it. CFC, let Spuds win it. Can't tolerate United fans' ego. Wissa's 1-on-1. Wissa scored. He's chipped the keeper. He's a good player, you know. He's just quietly a good striker. 2-0 to Brentford against Forest. That is a terrible result for Forest. Let's have a look at Wissa. How many goals has he got? I think Tottenham will link with him. Wissa. Yo, Wissa's got 17 Premier League goals. Are you mad? I didn't know he had numbers like that, you know. 17 goals now he's got and 3 assists. He's 28 years of age. No. I swear down, I thought Wissa had like 9 goals. That is a hell of a finish by him. He just dinked the goalkeeper 1-on-1. Listen, I'm not saying we should sign Wissa, but fair play to him. He's probably going to end up with 20 league goals. We haven't had a 20 league. Nobody at Arsenal scored 20 league goals since 2020 when Aubameyang scored 20. So, low socks, just chip it. Nah, that finish is mad. It gets better every time I see it. Forever Gunner said, Maguire twisting up a right back shows the quality of La Liga fullbacks. Here we have Robinson, Munoz, Einot, Trippier, my boy Skelly, Timber, Trent, Trippier, Young. I mean, I did like that list until you added Ashley Young and Kieran Trippier. You should have maybe gone down the route of like Reece James and maybe added a couple more. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Major Keys will take Cunha and Glock 9. Move, little man. You lot, honestly, United fans are going to be unbearable if they win this Europa League. Do you want to be in the Champions League? How are they getting there? Look at MJ. He's unbearable. Capital letters, LOLs, all sorts. Forever Gunner. On one side, we have Gyökeres, and on the other side, we have Nando's. I would be supporting Spurs because I want Gyökeres so bad. Arsenal fans, think about it. It's just a lose-lose situation when you really think about it. Amaya said, that's how a captain performs, unlike no shoulder god. I don't know why people are criticizing Odegaard. I think he was suspended the other night. Because I didn't see him on the pitch. I assumed he'd had a red card in the previous game. I didn't actually see him on the pitch. But yeah, in all seriousness. It's painful. Jordan, honestly, I would take Chris Wood over Gyökeres. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know if Chris Wood's just having a good season. You know? It's a tough situation, people. I'm telling you, you know my thoughts. And I hate to go back to it. But it's a conversation people don't like going back to. My usual reaction. Yo, big up my bro Turkish in the chat, man. People just said Turkish in the chat. Where's he at, man? I can't even see his comment. And this is some, yeah, for real. When we lost the other night, I opened Twitter and I was like, remember, I'm going to go mad. Arteta, this, that, the other. And I thought, you know what? It's a two-legged game. Let me not go too crazy, because if we come back in the second leg, even though I don't think we will. So I thought, let me stay calm. But trust me, people, if we don't progress Wednesday next week around 10 p.m., 10:30 if it goes to extra time, 10:45 if it goes to penalties, lock off that contract, get a proper winning manager. I'm not interested in this apprenticeship anymore, people. I'm bored of it. We're watching a manager do his apprenticeship at one of the biggest clubs in Europe. And we've got to wait for him to figure out what he's doing before we see success at this football club. You know what I mean? When the roof's leaking and you ring the plumber, you're going to say, yo, have you done this before? You want him to say, yeah, no problem, mate. I've been doing this for years. I'll fix the roof in no time. You don't want the guy to say, listen, mate, you know, I've been at college for the last 6 months. I've seen it done online. It can't be that difficult. You're going to say, yo, relax, brother. Let me call someone who knows what they're doing. We've got some college dropout, like the Kanye West album, trying to fix the house. He ain't the one. I told people a long time ago. I've got no reason to have any sort of agenda against the manager. I've never sat on any channel and said Mikel Arteta is a bad manager. I don't think he is. I think he's a decent manager. I think he's got good ideas. But he's not a winning manager, because we ain't winning. And we finished second 3 years in a row. Well, we ain't even got second yet. But why can't he get us over the line? Nah, man, lock it off. Champions League or on your bike. He used to play for PSG. Leave him in Paris. Apparently John Cross got breaking news. What's he saying? War chest, probably. Crossy lad. What's he saying? I can't see no breaking news from him. Bruno with the biggest cut. Yeah, everyone's hyping up Bruno. Bruno's quality, man. No, I can't see no breaking news. Somebody's saying we're talking to El Canis, is it, from Leicester? 25 million release clause, Moroccan midfielder. Looks good, looks skillful, but is he good enough? Ain't he an attacking midfielder as well? Like, is that your Odegaard upgrade, bro? Go and get Eze or Cunha. Anyway. Fabrice Hawkins says Dembele is a doubt for the second leg. But I thought they said yesterday that it was nothing serious. They can't make their mind up whether he'll play or not. Anyway. Arteta will find a way to shoehorn. Are you lot winding me, please? Don't you think we're suffering enough? What do you mean, Havertz? Havertz where, man? I need to... Oh, God. I'll lock this stream off right now. Honestly, I'll lock this stream off. Do you know what's crazy? You guys are spot on, you know. Loads of you have said this in the comments. This is what he'll do. And I was like, nah, he ain't going to do that. I mean, John Cross is not exactly gospel truth. Just when you thought the week had been tough, John Cross said Kai Havertz could well move back into midfield next season with the arrival of a new number 9. Are you hearing this? Are you reading this? I'm convinced that Pep sent Arteta here. It's an inside job. Pep sent him here to do this on purpose. I'm telling you, this has to be... This is sabotage. Listen, what I will say, people, is John Cross for a long time, since Arsene Wenger left Arsenal, John Cross is not a guy that seems to have much inside info when it comes to Arsenal. He's very much turned his attention to Chelsea. He was Wenger's kind of mouthpiece in the media. But can you imagine? Imagine if he went back to that double pivot. People saying, to be honest, he can't be worse than Odegaard. Bro, he'll be playing next to Odegaard. Do you not remember the double pivot? Declan Rice as a lone 6 with Havertz and Odegaard as the 8s. That is a horror show, people. It's a horror show. Listen, what you will say is this: he loves Havertz that much. He's not going to sell him. So he probably will try and shoehorn him in the team somewhere. As much as I don't rate John Cross's info, would it surprise you if he went with Havertz in midfield and had another go at it? He loves that guy. Why can't you be normal? You know what I'm saying? I told people a long time ago, Arsenal is a social experiment. You lot don't believe me. It's a social experiment. They knew what they was doing. Thierry, Bergkamp, Wenger, Vieira, Vavavoom, we were weak. There was no way you could stay away from that kind of football. Knee slides, high socks, night gloves, number 14 shirt. How could you possibly stay away from that kind of football? They knew we were all going to go, yep, that's my club. How can I not love watching that? Then they said, watch this. Now let's see if you can handle this. 9 years, no trophy. Greasy-haired Shamak. Broken back Kim Kallstrom. Denis Suarez. Chelsea rejects left, right and centre. Louise Cech. Willian with his belly out. Now look. We're just suffering. We're the only team in the world that can finish second and feel like it's a season from hell. Any other club finishes second, disappointing, but you know what? We take the positives. Look at all the wins. Look at the great performances. We go again next season. We finished second, and I can't wait for this season to finish. Real talk. If we go out on Wednesday, for me, the season's over. The season's just done and dusted. Just lock the season off. Lock it off. Just give up the wins 3-0. Just quit the game on FIFA. Take the 3-0 loss. We finished second. I'm desperate for this season to finish. I'm like, please, just end. Let me book my holiday. Let me put this out of my head. It's awful. Anyway. Curtis, now we are Reeboks, boot cuts, and Ford Escort football. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Winning trophies is so easy. Keep believing. Asna. Now, you lot need to relax, man. Vegas Gunner, are we in trouble for top 5 if we lose this weekend, bro? I'm going to keep it a book. I haven't looked at the Premier League table for weeks. I've tried to avoid it. Let's have a look. Yeah, basically we are. Because what are we? The problem you've got at the moment, right? I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to make this doom and gloom. This is turning into Arsenal therapy. But the problem we've got Bournemouth at home. Wow, the United game started 4 minutes ago. I haven't even... What's going on here? Watch-alongs all over the place. I'm not even going to put the timer on. Forget it. They're in the 49th minute. People didn't even let me know the game was back underway. Who cares? We've got Bournemouth at home, and Bournemouth are fighting for Europe. We've then got Liverpool away, which champions confidence through the roof. We've then got Newcastle at home fighting for top 4. They always seem to beat us. Then we got Southampton away. Listen, we'll batter Southampton. But, I mean, we might only get one more win this season in the Prem. If we're lucky, we might beat Bournemouth. Like, yo, I would say we'll get top 5, but there's no guarantee we'll get second. But to be honest, to me, it makes no difference. If Arsenal finish second or third, that won't make my frustration any greater or better. Like, oh, we finished second, great. No, I don't care. Second, third, fourth is all the same thing to me. You didn't win and you made the Champions League. That's all it means. Forever Gunner, Manu already linked with Cunha, and if they sign Gyökeres, I'm done with it. Berta, you better be done with Gyökeres deal before the final. They won't. I don't think they will. Gyökeres will be waiting. He'll be watching. This Amorim's probably speaking to his agent saying, listen, hold fire, bro. Forever Gunnar said, if the Havertz ish happens, I will sack myself from the internet. And Arteta won the FA Cup with Emery's team. That sums him up. He is an agent. African Rice Bowl, this is lining up to be a treacherous time for us. We might have to go into hiding. D-Day settings. Oh, man. Toro, lock off the watch-along and do an impromptu Arsenal therapy. 29 is our highest paid player, so he'll be shoehorned in regardless of who we sign. Arteta's basically said, look, bro, I'm going to sign a striker, yeah, so listen, you know, I'm not going to drop you from the team. We've just got to get you back into that Granit Xhaka role. We'll chuck Declan Rice back in the 6. Doctor said, my 10 out of 10 summer is Gyökeres, Jonathan David, Baena, Reinders, Pablo Barrios, Tyreek Mitchell on a free, Alex Merritt, and Fabio Vieira, plus money for Eze and Cunha. Bro, I think you might need to wake up from that dream. We can only dream of having summers like that. That's about 300 million probably. But yeah, I hear everything you're saying. No joke, if we get knocked out next week, I'll ghost from football every stream till the season is done. United appealing for a penalty again. Oh dear. Can somebody explain to me how Bodo Glimt have made a Europa League semi-final? I've joked about that team for years. How are they in a semi-final? How did Lazio lose to Bodo Glimt? Like, at least put up a fight. Who did Bodo Glimt? I know we're looking at a different game. Who've they beat to get to this stage? I don't understand how they've made this. How are they beating Lazio? I mean, I don't know how good Lazio are, but what the hell is going on? I don't get it. Big C, how's Williams 400k? Well, when they said 400k, I assumed he wants 400k a week wages. But he's played like he's not worth 400k in terms of a transfer fee. That's how he's looking. He has stunk out the place. He had 2 good runs in the first 10 minutes. After that, honestly, Harry Maguire twisted up the fullback and set the goal up. He's done more than Nico Williams. Keep Nico Williams, Bilbao. We don't want him. Imagine Sterling scores the winner in the Champions League final. Bro, the culture will be crazy, but can we even make the final is the question. Takes Bodo Glimt to make Spurs look good, yeah? Slatko said, Big C, I'm in agony this season when all our rivals are collecting trophies. We are all vibes. That's why I'm calling it vibes along, people. That's all we're doing. We're just vibing right now. This is a scary proposition, the way this season's finishing. It's absolutely crazy. But you know what? I think fans will wake up. That's the only, I hope anyway. Sometimes with Arsenal fans, it's like things have to go to extremes before people understand what needs to happen. I think that would wake up a lot of these fanboys that have put Arteta ahead of the club at times, you know? But Bodo beat Porto, Besiktas and Olympiacos. I don't know how. I don't know how, bro. Maybe it's that home ground on the AstroTurf pitch. Because I don't know how they've got to this point. Bring on Ahmad. Oh, yeah, Ahmad's on the bench. Ahmad's on the bench. I thought he was out for the season. I've actually written his name, didn't even realise he was there. Top Gunners will find an excuse. Oh, PGMOL. PGMOL cost us the league or some kind of nonsense. This month could be the worst ever. Arteta out. Get him out. He's got one game to save his career. You should be doing all that hate alongs all the other fans are doing them. Do you know what it is, Peter? I don't like hate. Hate as a word, I don't like hate. That's why I call it a vibe along. I'm just vibing. But yeah, we need to do these games, especially from a content point of view. You know me, I'm very open and honest with the community. If Arsenal get knocked out next Wednesday, none of the Arsenal watch-alongs mean anything for the rest of this season. I think there's only 3 games left anyway after next week. So how am I going to find content for the rest of the season? I'll have to do Europa League final, FA Cup final, Champions League final, Conference League final. My content's going to have to come from other clubs. That's the reality of the situation to get through May. So it's a sorry state of affairs. Is that not a foul by Harry Maguire? No, ref says get up. How's Harry Maguire putting in an absolute masterclass? Defending like Beckenbauer, twisting people up like he's an absolute baller. I can't believe what I'm watching. African Rice Bowl. Both rivals go to a Europa League final. One of them win. We get knocked out before the final. Then in the league game, we give a guard of honor to league winners Liverpool. Wow. Don't we play Liverpool next week? Next weekend? I'm sure it is, or have I got it wrong? I'm sure we play Liverpool next weekend after PSG. Yeah. Can you think this week's bad? Can you imagine PSG knock us out, then we go Liverpool, get beat and give them a guard of honor? There's a red card check on Maguire. Their fans are going crazy. They're desperate for something. The banter writes itself. Yeah, at this point, how are you watching this? Because I can't. Well, as an Arsenal fan, man, pain, I'm used to it. Unfortunately, look, no red card. As an Arsenal fan, pain is second nature, people. Every Arsenal fan knows the feeling of pain. Obafemi Martins scoring at Wembley for Birmingham City in the last minute. Carabao Cup final. I think it was Carling Cup final it was called then. That's pain. Thierry Henry, 15 minutes to go. Champions League final, one-on-one with Valdez. Hits it straight at him. That's pain, people. Almunia, beaten twice at his near post. Champions League final. This ain't even pain. This is just a warm-up. You know what I mean? This ain't real pain. We could see real pain next week. Out of the Champions League, then Guard of Honor. I mean, that is just... Dear, oh dear. Owen in Cardiff, you know what I mean? In the yellow Liverpool kit. We've seen pain, man. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Ryan Giggs with the hairy chest swinging around his shirt. We know pain, people. We know. Yeah, pain. It's just Thursday. This is light work. This is light work. Why do you think I'm invested in other sports? I love boxing. I love basketball. If my focus was just football and Arsenal... Nah, I lock off football after watch-alongs and I go and watch NBA. Real talk. Because this, refs had a howler. Game's done anyway. Would you take penalties against PSG? Would you take penalties? I mean, on one hand, that means we've beaten them in 90 minutes. My problem with penalties is Donnarumma in goal. And Raya in goal. David Raya dives out of the way of penalties. I suppose where we are now, I'd have to take penalties. Yeah, I would. Flip of the coin, 50-50 chance, but I wouldn't be confident. Donnarumma's 6'5". He's unreal at pens. But yeah, we're in such a bad position right now. I suppose you would have to take that. Yeah, Saka against Donnarumma. Could he put it right? Maybe he chips it. Raya would be diving out of the way, though. I don't know what's wrong with him. Midfield three of Havertz, Marino, and Odegaard. If you don't laugh, I'll cry, bro. Could be the worst midfield ever. MJ, how have you, man, survived as Arsenal fan? I genuinely don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's a more difficult team to support than Arsenal. And I might come across as real spoiled. Because there's probably fans in the comments who go, listen, I support Palace. I've never seen them win a major trophy. You might support someone else who has been relegated or this, that, the other. I'm telling you now, Arsenal are so difficult to support because your expectations here and the reality is here. And how, in fact, most of the clubs, most of the fans' expectation is down here. At least we're competing. He's got us back competing. Do me a favour. Do me a favour. I'm only here for the Daichi, said Eros. It is the Truman Show, bro. I'm telling you, we're on camera. It's character building, bro. You're not wrong with that. It's gonna make you stronger later on in life, supporting this club. This could be another one. Ugarte, they're sitting people down straight at the keeper. Yeah, man. Arteta is ruining the current squad by running them into the ground, playing them out of position, while Ethan sits on the bench watching all the youth yesterday play and shine for Barca and Inter. Listen, it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful the way he's treating Nwaneri. AMSN, no one can blame us Arsenal fans for not getting behind the team. We always get behind the team and manager. They always let us down time after time, yeah? Yeah? Get the likes up, people. 1,700 of you in the chat. Really appreciate your support, as always. Apparently, there's been goals. Is it Chelsea? Did someone just say Chelsea have scored? Wow, 3-0 to Chelsea. Surely Cole Palmer's scored, man. The guy hasn't scored for like 14 games, has he? It's Kieran Tierney, lad. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. Nicholas Jackson. Forest beaten 2-0. Bad night for Forest, man. Beat Tottenham. You're thinking, yeah, they're getting Champions League now all of a sudden. They're in 6th place, man. And Villa 3 points behind them. I think, oh, man. They needed to win that. They might end up in Europa. Although they've got Palace, Leicester and West Ham as their next 3 games. They're winnable games, but very inconsistent. Oh, what a shot. Save. Tipped over the bar by Bilbao. Good save. United. Casemiro nearly made it 4. I think Forest have run out of steam, bro. They've got a good team. They don't have good squad depth. Bad night. Do you know what, bro? One thing I learned is, you know, as a football fan, it's very hard and difficult. You've got to find a way of, when the game finishes, switch off. Just switch off. Oh, they've hit the post now, Man United. Casemiro. If you're too invested, especially as an Arsenal fan, you'll forever feel frustrated. Over the years, I've very much learned to switch off. Switch off. I have like a protective shield in my mind. I hope we win trophies, but I don't expect us to. So I have a coping mechanism, how to cope being an Arsenal fan. And that's where I'm at. Because it can really affect your mood and your weekend and your midweek. Why should I, bro? Half these players they're not devastated that we lost. They feed us more PR, drop more training kits, bring out stupid interviews. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I mean, Arteta before the game the other day, that little 1-minute interview thing that he did on the middle of the Emirates pitch. We need all of our fans. Bring your boots, bring your shin pads. We need you to kick every ball. Bro, I need you to make a substitution when we're stinking out the semi-final. That's what I need. I don't need 1-minute PR videos. The game's gone mad. I never saw Sir Alex Ferguson and Wenger and all them guys. It's a joke. Oh, penalty to Tottenham. It's crazy. It's crazy. But what is this? What is this night, people? What have we done to deserve this? I just wanted to support a good football team that played good football, that scored a lot of goals, that bought exciting players. Red and white shirt. Penalty to Tottenham to go 3-0 up. Basically, if they score, they're in the final. It's Man U Tottenham final. It's Solanke. He scores 3-0. Oh my. Oh my days. These man. We laughed when this guy said I win trophies in my second season. I want you to know what you are about to experience as an Arsenal fan. Either Tottenham win their first trophy since 2008, or Man U, who have probably got the loudest fan base in English football, they win the Europa League and get in the Champions League and potentially get Cunha and Gyökeres. Bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. That is what you call a lose-lose situation. Wow. Oh, and John Cross has said Havertz could be back in midfield next season. But apart from that, people, trust the process. Trust the damn process. This is madness. This is absolute madness what we are going through. This could be the worst season ever as an Arsenal fan. Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm lost. I'm on a stream, lost for words. These man, one of them is winning the Europa League. They're not only this. I'm thinking about it from so many angles. They're going to win the Europa League, one of them. They're going to be in the Champions League, which gets them out of the mess that they should be sitting in. They're going to play the Super Cup final. It's just... We've never played in the Super Cup final, ever, in our whole history. We've never won a Europa or a Champions League. Oh, honestly. I am not looking forward to that PSG game next week. Not looking forward to it one bit. In fact, at Chelsea 4-0 now. Jackson scored again. They've all won in the first game. The whole tie is over. Chelsea are in the Conference League final. Tottenham United Europa League final. This is... I don't know at what point Arsenal fans wake up and realise what's going on. Wow. Wow. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Crazy. I'm literally only here for the vibes and the community now. This has turned into a... I definitely done the watch along on the wrong night. Why didn't I do Inter against Barca? I turned up for this. Absolutely crazy. 4-1 Chelsea. They conceded one. Who cares? Nico Williams is a scrub. I don't want him. Don't want him. Bilbao look trash as well. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're down to 10 men, but they're fourth in La Liga. This is why, sometimes, La Liga is a bit hit and miss. Technically, the players are brilliant over there. But sometimes I think physically... Look at the state of Nico Williams diving there. If he's doing that for us on 300 grand a week... Look at him. Pineapple head. Man's moving like Jason Lee when he was at Nottingham Forest. Keep this guy far away from Arsenal Football Club. Far away. I would genuinely rather stick with Martinelli than go and spend 51 million and 300 grand a week on this guy. He can't even get past Maguire. Keep him there. Keep him there. I don't want him. I haven't waited all these years for a left winger to buy this guy. Yeah, but Andy, I said the other day, Rodrigo, Leao are the two that I like. Leao's better than Nico Williams. Lookman has definitely gone up in my estimation. A year ago, I didn't want him. Oh, yeah, I know, bro. Do you know what it was? I did the AFTV show at 7, and they goes, oh, it's going to finish about 8:15. And then I was like, oh, man, I'm not going to do the watch along because but I should have just started it late. I should have just started it at 15 minutes into the game. One of the best games of the season. Curtis Nico wants 400k. Well, let him try and get that somewhere else. The only way he gets 400k is if he goes Saudi or something. We can't handle penalties, Curtis. We have a one-footed captain. Plays like he's got pillows on his feet. Forever Gunner. Anthony scored for Betis. Look at Nico Williams. Look at him. He's slipping over. Wow. Wow. I don't like. Listen, this isn't the first time I watched him. I've watched him 3 times this season, so I don't want to make out like this is a one-off. But this guy is not the answer. We have got a lot. When I say a lot, people, we are gonna have a disgraceful May when it comes to fans of other clubs if we don't get past. When is the Europa League final? It's in Bilbao as well, isn't it? In this stadium where United are playing. Europa League final. 21st of May. Oh my days. 3 weeks to that final. HR. Did Liverpool fans give up when they were 3-0 down? Pray. They had Steven Gerrard. They had Xabi Alonso. Do you know what I mean? We will be praying. Cal's Corner. Yeah, he wants 400. MJ Rodrigo is a United fan. You can chat to him. Semenyo, better than Nico Williams. Yeah, I mean, I don't want any of them. Never mind us beating PSG. If we don't win the final, I'd rather we were knocked out by PSG. We're trapped. You're right, Anthony. No way out. We're trapped. Look to the left. United Tottenham in a final. Look to the right. Liverpool fans celebrating a Premier League. Look in front of you. You've got Chelsea in a Conference League final. Man said hell in a cell. Remember that? WWF days. Wow. Niffin said Donkey Havertz, Horse Rice, Ghost Odegaard, be excited, trust the 500-year process. So just to put it into context, you're going to get Chelsea win the Conference League. Man City will probably win the FA Cup. Liverpool win the Prem. Newcastle win the Carabao Cup. And Tottenham or Man United win the Europa League. Have you ever experienced a season like this in your life? Ever? Everyone in finals. They better produce a miracle in Paris. Honestly, I wish the game was tomorrow. I hate the fact we've got to wait 6 days. Like, who wants to watch Arsenal against Bournemouth on Saturday? Just get on with it. A banter era will never end. Oh, my days. Nico Williams, you know. This is the guy. Remember they said Arteta's obsessed with him. What are you obsessed with, bro? What are you obsessed with? You got to get Rodrigo. They're saying Real Madrid would let him go for a high price. I drop the bag on him, or I go Leao, or Lookman, just because Lookman can dribble. He can. I've seen him play against low blocks, but yo, Anthony scored a banger from the edge of the box. Anyway, is it actually 4-0 Tottenham? I mean, it don't make no difference if it is. Nah, it's 3-0, man. I don't know why you're doing that to me. We're suffering enough. You're holding a time out for that. It's no time for jokes. I have 3 minutes. Consider your actions. It's 3-0 still. Not that it makes a difference. Why is everyone saying 4-0? It ain't 4-0. Are you ahead of me or something? No, I'm watching it live. No, it's not. It's 3-0, man. It ain't 4. Not that it makes a difference. They've won anyway. You lot are just bantering me off on my own channel. It's crazy. I might just hand the channel over to you guys. I'll just watch you lot do a stream. Ah, dear. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. 7-0. It might as well be at this point, bro. It might as well be 7-0. Ah, dear. Oh, Betis is 2-1 now. Fiorentina got one back. Who plays for Fiorentina? Not that I care anyway. David De Gea. What do you think Arteta can win? The dog. The dog. That's what he can win. Apart from that, nothing. Oh, Moise Keane's there. We were linked with him at one stage. I just saw Man United will play against Hong Kong so-called hybrid friendly game. What's that then? Never heard of that. No idea, my friend. Nicky said, Curtis, I told the guys on Reddit, Arsenal, about all these outcomes of European. They told me that they don't care for those cups. I don't know. I mean, our manager's trying to claim Community Shield, so he should care. What do you think of the score next week? I'm thinking 3-2 PSG. I think the best case scenario for Arsenal is win and go to extra time. Win by 1 goal. Win 2-1 maybe. And get to extra time and somehow nick it. MJ said, how are City 3 titles from you, man? You need to fix it. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. Then I realised I think Pep's won 6 or something. 5, 6. They'll probably overtake us if Pep stays. GG's, don't forget Man City will win the FA Cup. It's desperate times, isn't it? I'm going to have to do an FA Cup watch-along and start cheering Crystal Palace to take some embarrassment away from Arsenal. Dinesh, if Spurs win Europa and Arsenal trophyless hide. I mean, that, like, real talk, Man United winning will be bad because their fans are loud. But if Tottenham win a trophy, Europa as well, like, that's not a bad trophy. And then you're in a Super Cup final as well. And you're in the Champions League. Nah. And we go trophyless. We will be finished. For the summer at least, we will be finished. Absolutely finished. Then man getting a Super Cup final. We never even played. Nah. It's crazy. The only good thing is, I mean, there is no good thing, but there aren't that many Tottenham fans that I know anyway. Like within my friendship group and family, I don't know that many Tottenham fans. So they're not as loud as Man United. I know loads of Man United fans. But just that thing of what they'll be saying about us is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, Williams hooked. The scout. If there was a scout there, you get to the airport, you fly home, and you delete all of his details off the computer. This is not a left winger that you buy. Simple as that. He is average. Proper average. Man said expressions counts as 100k Spurs fan. Can you imagine the stuff he'll be doing? Toby and then man there. Liverpool could be bouncing, but Arsenal Chelsea winning the conference, Spurs win Europa, Crystal Palace win the FA Cup. Ah, dear. Ultimate trolling. Get the likes up anyway. Nico Williams, officially delete him off the list. He is bang average. Don't want him anywhere near the club. What a ball that is from Casemiro. Goes out for a goal kick. Someone could have scored that. Fitz was ahead of the curve. He was. Take an extended break from football and go very quiet on social media. Nico Nelly, I like that one. I think that's disrespectful to Martinelli. This guy looks worse. This guy looks worse. That's an unbelievable ball in, by the way, from Casemiro. If you got a striker running onto that. Oh, dear. Give me some NBA to watch later, man. I don't want nothing to do with football. Do you know what? I'm on 3 shows tomorrow as well. Genuinely feel like coming off some of them shows. I'm on at 12 p.m. with Potsy on Football's 12th Man. I'm on my show at 1:30, and then I'm doing OGs with Turkish around 4. I feel like rearranging 1 or 2 of them. The last thing I want to do is talk about football for 3 hours tomorrow. Whoever said Rastanelli. That is a banger, I can't lie. Rastanelli, you know. He ain't no Rasta, fam. Rastas are righteous. He's just a dread man. He ain't a Rasta. Calling sick. Bro, I'm telling you, I might have to message them, man. Yo, I ain't feeling too good, you know. I'm definitely not feeling good. I've got Arsenalitis, people. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on if you're an Arsenal fan. Is he doing... He's doing Big Six tonight. Oh, he's finished. Absolutely finished. Getting all sorts of messages on WhatsApp. United fans. Need to go for Leao. Williams looked awful. I don't think they'll get Leao anyway because, let's be real, he's got a 100 million release clause. You might get it a bit lower because of how bad they've been, but you're going to have to pay 80, 90 million for him at least. They ain't paying that. They are not paying that. United will have 3 trophies in 3 years. Amici said, big up, see, this season looks like it's heading towards disaster class. This lot better produce a miracle in Paris. You win the Champions League, I don't care who wins what. We've won the trophy with the big ears, but if we don't, it's crazy. But as best call will be a new manager. Yeah. 100%. AC Milan could end up with 2 domestic trophies. Yeah, fair play. That's it. They could still win something. I'm just seeing what people are saying online. Nico Williams. Ahmad's on. He's been out for a while, hasn't he? Mainu's on as well. Bologna can beat AC. Gonna gash Nacho off. Yamal and Spain made Williams look good. Yeah, and listen, international football, it's competition. It's short. You don't low block in international football. So high line, Nico Williams. You've got technicians like Fabian Ruiz, Rodri, Dani Olmo. Great passing, Pedri. He's going to look great, isn't he? Low block against solid Premier League defences. And Man U are not even a solid Premier League defence this season. Couldn't do anything. The guy couldn't even run past Harry Maguire. So, nah, I don't want him. All our rivals winning trophies is a good wake-up call for our fan base. Every bum at the football club is getting exposed, yeah? If we go out next Wednesday, I'm dropping grenades all over Twitter. All over it. I don't care one bit. JR said London could be bouncing. I did read that one, I think, didn't I? I did read that one. I want the Super Cup with Arsenal v Spurs. Would be a good watch. Big up CC, producer Miracle in Paris. I read that one as well, dinner. Big up everyone. 1700 tuned in. His brother Inaki is miles better. Loads of people have been have tried to sign him over the years. I think he said he wants to finish his career. Ah, dear. Big Sam, I need that NBA channel for the off season. 100. Well, the sad thing is, like, the NBA season kind of finishes around the time the football season finishes. You know? Which is very frustrating. Bruno's on a hat trick, you know. Bruno's on a hattie. Naki Young was brilliant. He stayed loyal. Big C, when Arsenal see these results, will they win in Paris? Who knows, bro? Respect for not locking off the stream. You know what, man? You turn up to do your job, you do it properly, right? You do it properly. I said we were vibing. We need a lot of Arsenal therapy. Oh, it's rehab. We'll be there for months. Top targets for you this summer. Get me a new manager, George, first of all. Number one, bring me in a manager. That's what I want first, if he loses on Wednesday. Bodo Glimt got a goal back. Need another one. Get to 3-2 and then beat them on the plastic pitch. Matt said, never entertained Odegaard and Bruno debate, but at this point I might have been delusional. Listen, I get it. When are you going to actually start hip-hop and basketball? And I am, honestly. I have to. I actually have to, bro, because the reason I never called this channel anything Arsenal was because I didn't want to be kind of stuck to Arsenal, if you like. I love football all round. I love hip-hop. I love basketball. I love all, you know, we talk about loads of things, biscuits on it. And my intention was always, I want to do reacting to hip-hop. What I should have done, I missed out on something massive. And I look back on it, I think, you missed an absolute tapping from 2 yards out open goal. I should have reacted to the Kendrick and Drake beef and done reaction videos to that. That is a 2-yard open goal tapping, putting it over the crossbar. The reason I never reacted to it is because I never thought you would get a back and forth in terms of, I didn't think you'd get that many diss records. I thought, nah, can't see that happening. There'll be one track and it'll stop. Then they go back and forth, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, and then afterwards I'm like, why the hell did you not do reactions? It's one of the biggest hip-hop beefs commercially that we've ever seen. I still think Jay-Z, Nas and them were better real hip-hop beefs, but that is what you call an absolute stinker. That is commercially the biggest hip-hop beef of all time. So, yeah, it was stupid that I never did that. And I definitely should have. I think that would have got a lot of views, especially if you got the video out quickly as well. So, listen, I'm fully aware of it. I have to do more. Have to do different content. I think to just do Arsenal content on this channel is a bit of a waste. You know, I think we can do a lot more. That beef kind of ruined hip-hop. Do you think so? Do you think so? In what sense? Because I've never really looked at it like that. I thought what I thought was so good about that. I thought that it showed that even though Drake is commercially probably the biggest rapper on the planet, he lost to a guy that was kind of more authentic, better lyricist, no ghostwriters. I would kind of say, I wouldn't say it saved hip hop, but I don't think it ruined it. I think it showed people that whoever's top of the tree and he's got all the record labels and the executives behind him, you can still come out on top in a hip hop beef. So I kind of looked at it a different way, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I like seeing the perspective. It's some Biggie Tupac. I prefer Tupac to Biggie. I know people say Biggie's a better lyricist, but Kendrick is huge. He is, but he ain't Drake size, bro. He ain't Drake huge. Drake's got the hip hop industry in his back pocket. Do you know what I mean? He's got them in his back pocket. They all kind of back him. Anyway, Kendrick is huge. Start a hip hop channel. Maybe. I mean, I've still got that Curtis Shaw Clips channel. Maybe we get something going on there. Ever listen to UK drill? UK drill to me is just, I call it chaos music. It's just that music doesn't put you in the right frame of mind. You know what I mean? I don't really listen. I hear some tunes and I think, yeah, man, it's not a bad record. But as you get older, you need music that puts you in the right mind frame. Do you know what I mean? In betweeners watch along. That would actually be hilarious because I've watched every episode and I know the whole series word for word. So that would be good. It's not like grime. I mean, look, back in the day when I was going grime raves and that, they were probably saying that the olders were probably saying the same thing. That grime was aggressive music, but drill is on a whole nother level. I like, righteous music. Don't get me wrong, every now and then I get in the car, throw on some old school Mobb Deep, some New York hip hop. Next season, I need a leader on the pitch. Odegaard isn't the right person. I like the clashing in grime. So did I. Man. The clashes back in the day, man, in the with Jammer and that. That was proper. That was proper. Curtis Franz on Mobb Deep. The crazy thing. I don't know about anybody else. Like back in the day, you used to listen to hip hop, and when you listened to it in your mind, you became that rapper. Oh, look at Ahmad twisting and turning. Like I was listening to music, I thought I was that rapper. I don't know if anybody else ever felt like that, but I'd listen to a song, and all of a sudden, not only am I listening to that song, I am that rapper. You know what I mean? That's what hip hop was back in the day. Who's your top 5 rappers of all time? This is a difficult question to answer because my favorite 5, Tupac's in there, definitely. Nas is in there. 50 Cent's in there. A lot of people won't put 50 in there, but old school 50, early 2000s, late 90s, one of my favorites. So that's 3. Not in order, by the way. This is just, it's really difficult because Jay-Z's not in my top 5. He's not. He's never been my favorite rapper. I rate him as a lyricist, but he's never been my favorite. Not even close. The other 2, I would see Jadakiss, one of my favorite rappers. I don't care about record sales. I think he's unbelievable. DMX as well for the pain music is crazy. I love Mobb Deep as well. I don't even know if I could make 5. I don't even know how I could. I've probably got a top 7 or 8. So it's a difficult one. Kendrick wouldn't be in my top 5. I'm not even going to lie, bro. I rate him as a lyricist, but his catalogue is not my catalogue of music, really. He's got some hits, some big hits, but nah. Jay-Z never been my number 1, no chat. Lil Wayne, I mean, Carter 2 and 3, I thought were iconic, but Kanye's not in my top 5, to be honest. I think I prefer more hardcore hip-hop. This game's finished, by the way. Finally. Put us out of our misery. Yeah, the top 5's tough. I was a big fan of Cam. I swear down back in the day, I thought I was in Dipset. I definitely thought I was in Dipset back in the day. Snoop, nah. You know, Snoop for me is one of them rappers. Like, I was saying the other day, you know, Snoop might be the most famous rapper in the world. I reckon, like, nans and granddads would recognize Snoop. Like, he's that famous. Has he ever been a top 5 rapper? Snoop? He's a legend, but in the top 5, probably not for me. It's tough to make a top 5, you know. I'll be honest, I'll go Tupac, Nas, 50. The other 2, I'm struggling. I love Jadakiss, I love Cam, I love DMX. I love Mobb Deep. I love D-Block as well. Very difficult. Not Rick Ross, bro. Not Officer Ricky. Not Eminem. Eminem, for me, lyrically, is an absolute GOAT. I always say with Eminem, the reason Eminem will never be in my top 5 is because Eminem never had the streets, right? Let's be honest, Eminem's never had the streets the way that DMX had the streets or 50 had the streets, right? And Eminem never really had the nightclub either. When I was in the club, I never heard Eminem tunes coming on and people were going crazy. So I find it very difficult to put Eminem in my top 5. He's a great lyricist, though, of course. But yeah, Murder Music, Mobb Deep, crazy. Eazy-E. Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I never really listened to Eazy-E that much. I did listen to some NWA and that. No wonder you like 50, is your name saying. You know what? A lot of new school people don't rate 50, and I get it because he hasn't made music really that much. But trust me, people, and you can vouch for me, whether 50 is in your top 5 or not, from probably 99 to about 2008, 9, I'm telling you now, that run was generational. Trust me. If you're only looking at his commercial music, but I'm talking about the G-Unit radios, the mixtapes, the diss records, that run is generational, people. Trust me. Power, bro, tell them about Power of the Dollar. Tell them about Power of the... That run is generational. Generational. You've never seen a run like that in hip-hop from a street rapper. Movies, trainers, clothes, albums, mixtapes, diss records. He had everything going on. You ain't seen that run ever. I'm telling you now, people. I've never seen it in hip-hop. You know? This is literally Mission Impossible. Give us the "we're competing though" trophy, fool, says GG's. Jordan said you can only pick one meal in the US. What is it? Wow. Do you know what? I like that American fried chicken, the proper fried chicken, you know? I like them Mexican tacos as well, you know what I mean? What else? I gotta go with that fried chicken, man. I feel like it's a staple in America, you know? 100 Artetas or one trophy. Yeah, one trophy, mate. You can't get anywhere near one. Young Gunner, real question. Where do we go from here? Arteta out. Arteta will be here next season. That's the problem. All our rivals winning trophies. Wake me up, someone, says Chronicles. Iggy said, who's your... Oh, you answered that. And Doctor said, Pack Ice, MF Doom, Eminem. And Juzza, yeah. Yeah, like, you know what? That's a good point. Oh, that's a good point, an American burger, In-N-Out burger. Controversial, you're right. I like Chick-fil-A more than In-N-Out burger. When I went to America, I went Chick-fil-A. I was like, yo, I've heard the hype. What's going on? I tried it. I was like, yeah, it's good, but is it as good as... And Chick-fil-A, I preferred it. Controversial, I know, people. Chick-fil-A was just the sauce. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't lie. Honorable mention for hip-hop. I have to shout out Wu-Tang, because I always say Wu-Tang were probably the first hip-hop group that I listened to. So I have to shout out Wu-Tang, man. That was the first real rap group that I really listened to and, took that music in. 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand, PS2 was a banger. Meth and Redman, bro. Come on. Oh, bro, tell them about Chick-fil-A, man, please. Tell them about Chick-fil-A. I swear down, I haven't been Canes, I never went Raising Canes. Cruz was talking about it, man. Next time we go to America, we're going to go there. Did you see that El Canoe news? The only thing, it's not coming from a great source, so... Yeah, people, anyway, I'm out of here. We've suffered enough. Great stream, vibe along. You guys appreciate the support. Nearly 2,000 of you locked in. And I have no words, people. What am I supposed to say here? What am I supposed to say, really? Man United beat Athletic Bilbao 3-0. They have a man sent off, Bilbao. Man United are in the final. Tottenham won 3-1 against Bodo Glimt. I still think they're in the final, even though Glimt got a goal back. And Chelsea won 4-1. So effectively, what we've watched tonight is 3 English clubs make a European final, which is madness. We better beat PSG. This could be a season from hell, honestly. If City win the FA Cup, Liverpool have won the Prem, Newcastle Carabao Cup, Chelsea Conference League, and United or Tottenham Europa League. It's the worst season we've ever seen in history. Nico Williams, I am not going to mention that guy in any transfer link to Arsenal because he is a bang average footballer and I don't want him at Arsenal. He is not good enough to transform our team. He's quick and he's clueless. He might as well go to the Olympics in the 100-meter final. I don't want that guy anywhere near Arsenal Football Club. And at them wages, he wants 400 grand a week. I wouldn't pay 400 grand to sign him. Never mind a weekly wage. Give him 400,000 Jamaican dollars. Don't bring that guy anywhere near Arsenal Football Club. He is not the answer. No chance. Anyway. Man said you should have tried New York. I had pizza in New York, actually. It was decent. Maybe that greasy New York pizza. Anyway, people, I'm out of here. Thank you very much. Tomorrow I've got 3 shows. The way I feel right now, I feel like telling people I can't make it. Potsy's show at 12. My show on here, 1:30. OG's later in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock with Turkish. Big up to everyone locked in. Hope you are well. Thank you for your support. Shall I redirect? What time's Big 6 on? Big 6. Turkish going to get absolutely cooked. I'm going to redirect to Big 6, even though it doesn't start for half an hour. Do I really want to watch people just laughing at Arsenal? Everyone on that panel has either won a trophy or has a chance of winning a trophy. Please, Mikel, just save us. Do something for once. Anyway, we'll redirect to Turkish. Big up to everyone locked in. Hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate your support, and I will see you all tomorrow, people. Bless. Oh, there we go. Even the intro's cut out. Right, bless.